Dear students, let us start the first API, that is Open API, in detail. Let us study. So about the whatever previously the different APIs I taught are, I listed out a Open API, Open Read Write. So let us start the Open API in detail. So, for Open API, three header files required: sys types.h, unistd.h, and fcntl.h. So, this file, the prototype of this file is integer open const cat star path name, integer access mode, and mode t permission. So, as we know that Open API is used by a process to open some file for writing purpose or reading purpose. It has the three parameters and one return type is integer. If it successfully executed, then it will return zero value, or if it doesn't get succeeded, then it will return minus one value. Now, so for the and three parameters are there. Const cat star path name. Star path name is nothing but the address of a file which needs to be opened. So, the star path name, it holds the address of a file which need to be opened. Next, integer access mode. So access mode means different permission will be there, and then mode T permission. The mode T permission, it provides a permission for read permission, write permission, or execute permission. And access mode is nothing but what type of access you have. Let us study. So this is just a prototype. Let us study here. The path name is nothing but the first argument. Path name is the path name of the file, as I said. Second argument, which is access mode, here it is in detail. So the different value of access mode. So the second argument, access mode flags. So different values of access mode flags will be O underscore read only. So open the file for read only. So here you are opening a file. So, and this is the path name of the file. Now you are opening for read purpose only, or write purpose only, or read write purpose only, or execute purpose only. So that will be told by the second argument, that is access mode. So for example, if its value is, second argument is O underscore RD only, means the file will be open only for read purpose. If the value is O underscore WR only, then the file will be open only for write purpose. Then O underscore read write it is there, then it will be open for read and write purpose. O underscore append. So appends data to the end of the file. It start adding of the existing file from where it has ended. Next one, O create flag. So create the flag if it does not exist. It creates a flag, it creates a file. Suppose you are opening a file that doesn't exist, then this flag is used to, it will be used to create a file if the file doesn't exist. And another value O underscore excal used with O create if the file exists, the call fails. So these both should be synchronized, because suppose here you have this flag you have raised, to create a file and that file is already existing, then that will be taken care by o underscore exa. So used with o create. If the file exists, the call fails. And the test for the existence and the creation if the file doesn't exist. Next, o trunc. If the file exists, discards the file content and sets the file size to 0. So o underscore trunc, what is that? If the file exists, it discards its contents and sets the file size to 0. That's all. It is used to make the size of the file 0. Means contents it will remove. The third argument which we saw in the prototype is mode underscore t permission. So the third permission argument is required only if o create flag is set in the access mode argument. So if here, if this is the o underscore create function is there, then only this third argument is required, and it's a different value of arguments. It can be user, group, or other. For user, the value we should write s underscore I r read, write, execute for user. Read for user, write for user, and execute for user. For group, you can write read, write, execute for group, read for group, write for group, and execute for group. For others, if it is there, then for others you want to set the data or file, then you can write read, write, and execute for others, read others, write others, and execute others. Then in this one, what are the different errors can occur, that also let us see. So how can we tell if the call failed? Suppose we have called an API and it has failed, then how we can tell? The system call returns a negative number. As you know that here a return type is integer, so it can return 0 value or integer value, negative number. So as I said that if the file is opened perfectly, then it will return 0 or else it will return -1. So if we fail to open the file or call the API, then the system call returns a negative number. So how can we tell what was the error? Using error number, a global variable set by the system call if an error has occurred. Suppose if the file is not opened because of so many reasons, then error number value will be set, which is a global variable. And another thing, header file will be defined error number.h. Use standard str string error to get a string describing the problem. For example, p error to print a string describing the problem. For example, let us see hash include error number.h integer fd. Now we are opening a file name. So here name of the file will be there, and it is for read only purpose. And we are opening 644 means read and write for own user, read for group, and read for others. We are opening. So it will return a integer value that is called file descriptor I have assigned. And if the file fd is less than 0, then as I said that part, if this is not opened, if this API is not opened properly, then it will return a negative value. So if fd value is negative value less than 0, then print error opening file percentage error, standard error number. So it will